project, I'm going to observe human behavior and the relationship between the environment and the people within the environment. I have chosen a local cafe called Grumpy Monkey's Coffee Nook as my selected setting. Having been to this place before, I knew it would be busy during opening hours with lots of different behaviors to observe. It would also give me an excuse to have a delicious coffee and brownie as I did my observations as a full participant, trying to blend in. The space is divided into indoor and outdoor seating area with a barista area with different locations for orders and pickups. In this analysis, we will focus on the outside area of the cafe. These are the days I did my observations. I chose 2 weekdays and Sundays. The cafe is located in the suburb of Norman Park, with a busy road heading towards the city going past it. There is signage pointing out the cafe as shown in this diagram. The outdoor seating area is placed on the walkway in front of the cafe. Gifford explains the theory of spatial cognition as the way we navigate space and its surroundings through our memory. He defines legibility as the ease which a setting may be recognized and organized by people. Legibility has 5 elements according to Gifford: path, edges, districts, nodes, and landmarks. After applying his theory of spatial cognition to my setting, it became clear that the walkway where the outdoor seating area is located is the element of path as Gifford describes it. This walkway will make it easier to remember and to describe to others. We also better remember buildings that have much human movement around it, which there is at this cafe during opening hours. The walkway is clearly defined by the edge separating the walkway from the road. The cafe is located in the inner east suburbs, which has its own character and would therefore be characterized as a district. It could be argued that Grumpy Monkey's Coffee Nook is a landmark in itself, as it has some easily viewed elements and is located on a busy road. As Gifford states, it is not easy to change architectural dimensions in buildings already built. It is not an option to change the height of this building or to make it freestanding with the intention of making people better remember it. What is possible is to improve signage and make it more visible in order to optimize wayfinding. As shown in this diagram, customers are expected to go inside to order. The window close to the entrance door is observed to cause some confusion, as people have been observed asking to order at this location. The people that knew they had to go inside, however, could also experience frustration due to lack of clarity. The unorganized open space makes people waiting for their order and people wanting to order sometimes hard to separate. It was observed that the woman arriving walked straight inside to order. A couple was observed clearly irritated, rolling their eyes of this behavior, waiting in an informal queue to get inside. Social distancing recommendations would probably be the reason why the couple were waiting outside instead of inside close to a person ordering. The woman arriving must have concluded that there would be enough space for her inside and not realized that the couple also were waiting to order. After applying Cassidy's theory about territoriality, it became clear what triggered the frustration, people not following the queue. According to Cassidy, queuing is controlled access to territory. This is why, when people are not following the queue, it causes stress to those who are following it. To reduce the stress for people following the queue, there needs to be clear directions on where to line up. This could be effectively done by painting a line on the ground, separating people waiting. Another option could be to have a sign directing people where to stand to wait. Making it an eye-catching sign like this would likely make it more effective. Cassidy mentions the categorization of territoriality, which are primary, secondary, and public territory. Claiming of public territory was observed at multiple analysis sessions, in the form of leaving personal items on tables and chairs. People were observed leaving their belongings as they were picking up their coffee when their names were called. The previous observation confirms Cassidy's theory about leaving markers to reduce likelihood of someone else claiming the seat. 2 customers were observed sitting against the wall in a sociofungal seating position, looking at their phone, clearly not searching for social interaction with the surroundings. After applying Cassidy's theory about personal space, it became clear why this seating feels more comfortable. As personal space defines how close we approach people and how close it feels comfortable for people to approach us. He explains that we are more tolerant with people we don't know closer to us on our sides. People were observed waiting for the coffee standing in this same position. In comparison, people that were out to socialize tended to sit in a sociopetal seating arrangement, around a table where everyone could see each other. Grumpy Monkey has different types of seating, most of them without a backrest, and many are low-set. It was observed that the bench with the backrest was a seat that was chosen first by customers as soon as it became available. This is because most people would find a seat with a backrest more comfortable. The ergonomics and comfort of the chairs are chosen to make people leave quicker, which means they could have more customers in the same place over time. With Clement's Chrome theory in mind, it is evident that ergonomics is one of the characteristics for an environment to be conducive to health and well-being. The seating at this cafe is not accessible or suitable for older or disabled people. Handrails to help people get up from a seated position on some seats would make the space more inclusive. The table with fixed benches has been observed having multiple functions for people occupying the space. As mentioned, the bench with the backrest is the seat most people prefer. The bench on the opposite side of the table is a popular element for people waiting for takeaway coffee. People like to lean against it or sit on it, facing the pickup area. Applying Gibson's affordance theory to these observations, his opinion would be that this bench could afford to be leaned against as well as sit on. He believed users of a space see what a place can do for them, rather than just seeing it as shapes and forms. The cafe could become a more enjoyable space for everyone if they provided some seating with backrests and handrails. They should keep the mix of sociopetal and sociofungal seating arrangement to accommodate for both people wanting to socialize and people that want to keep to themselves. The previous observations have shown that the relationship between the environment and human behavior is essential. It is now clear that as a future designer, wayfinding strategies, territoriality, personal space, and ergonomics are important design considerations. Thank you.